Welcome to day 6 and week 2 of the virtual Northeast Ohio Youth Football Summit. My name is Daryl Taylor, your Youth Football Director for the Cleveland Browns. Today we have representatives from NFL Flag with us who will lead a discussion on the new NFL Flag. Izell Reese, Executive Director of NFL Flag and President GM of Reigning Champ Experiences. Dane Clark, Senior Director of On-Field Operations. And Brandon Mosley, Director of NFL Flag. Since taking over, Reigning Champs has implemented a plethora of new initiatives, ideas, programs, and plans. The future of NFL Flag is bright. During the presentation today, please send us any questions using the chat or Q&A portal below. The NFL Flag team will have time at the end of the presentation to answer any questions. Also, please feel free to share your thoughts on social media using hashtag NEO Summit and tag our youth football Twitter and Facebook pages at Browns Youth FB, or you can tag also at NFL Flag. Without further ado, I'll turn it over to Izell Reese. Take it away, Izell.
Thanks, Daryl, and thanks for having us. And pleasure meeting you all virtually. Always great whenever you have the chance to talk football, especially with coaches at all levels. So we appreciate you guys and what you do. And it's an honor, again, to be here today to talk a little bit about Reigning Champs Experiences and who we are, and NFL Flag, which we're very excited to oversee that property and moving forward. Jay, next slide, please. So here's our agenda of what we want to cover today. Briefly, team, who RCX or Reigning Champs Experiences is, NFL Flag overview, which would be done by Brandon Mosley, NAIA Women's Flag update. We're very excited about the opportunity of NAIA and give you some updates on that. And then Reigning Champs football event, because not only do we oversee the sport of football, NFL Flag, but some other properties as well, which Dane Clark will cover those with you. So next slide. So in meeting the team, again, Izell Reese here, Executive Director of NFL Flag and President and GM of Reigning Champs Experiences. Personally, it's awesome to have this opportunity to oversee NFL Flag. As a former player, I'm playing at all levels. This is indeed an honor for us, and I've served and been involved with Reigning Champs and for the last 10 plus years. So been doing this for a long time, but fully dedicated myself to youth sports outside of playing the game. So that said, I turn over.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brandon Mosley. I'm the new director of the NFL Flag football program. I'm originally from Indiana. I was able to play my college football career at Indiana University as a strong safety. Moved on to play 1 year in arena football in the IFL for the Bloomington Edge. And I've been a part of the NFL Flag program since about 2014. And since then, I've just been dedicating my time to growing and building the game of NFL Flag.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Izell. Hope everyone's doing well. Dane Clark, Senior Director of On-Field Operations. I'm a former college scholarship athlete myself and played my college career at Winona State University in Minnesota. And leaving college, I always had a passion for sports. So I was lucky enough to land a position with Reigning Champs, been with the company for 10 years now. And the responsibilities that myself and team have is everything, in game or between the lines, on the court, on the field. We control that. So we want to make it a good experience for everyone that's participating. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Dane. Next slide. So who is Reigning Champs Experiences? As I said, we've been at this for a number of years, but I think this is a great example for this audience, just some of the things that we oversee or have oversaw for the last few years. And I'll just briefly give a quick overview of just some of these properties. But as you can see with the NFL, it's been an honor of working with the NFL the last 4 years, running camps and experiences and events around the Super Bowl and the Pro Bowl the last few years. And then Rivals Camp Series, that may be a property that I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Rivals ranks kids, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, if you will. We've been overseeing that property for the last 4 years. Touches a number of athletes. I know Dane will go into more detail on that one. We've also worked with the NBA and helping them to create the Junior NBA Global Championship and running the regions across the entire U.S. And then volleyball you see on here, volleyball experience, and then NAIA showcase. So we actually work with the NAIA hand in hand on multiple sports, including now flag football and tackle. We'll touch on flag football here as well, as I alluded to, and then NFL flag. This put us in the operations and overseeing flag football as a whole, and we'll spend the absorbent amount of time on that today to just touch on NFL flag. But this is who we are in terms of the properties in itself. But Reigning Champs Experiences at the end of the day is about creating phenomenal opportunities for youth through sport. So football is our primary and always will be. As you can see, it's a number of properties, and this is where we derive from in the space. But we continue to evolve and do it for athletes because we believe in all athletes have an opportunity to participate in sport. And that memorable experience that most of us, if not all of us, had that opportunity to do so as well. So again, this is who we are. This is what we do. And with that being said, we'll go on the next slide and spend more time on NFL flag. So Brandon, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. What is NFL flag? NFL flag is the largest flag football program in the country. It can be played all year long. Best part about our program, a lot of tackle programs use our program to create a spring football league. So they take advantage of our flag football program that way. Our NFL flag program is catered toward kids ages 5 to 17. We also have some adult programs taking advantage of our NFL flag program as well. Our program is the only flag football program where you can wear official NFL branded team gear. So with our team gear equipment package, it includes one NFL flag reversible jersey that represents all 32 NFL teams, one NFL flag belt, green or yellow, and we also provide NFL flag footballs, a junior size football for kids ages 5 to 8, and then we have an intermediate size football available too as well for kids ages 9 and older. We provide marketing materials to all of our NFL flag football programs. That includes an NFL flag logo that you can use to take advantage of to co-market your program. Once you become official, we provide certificate of completions for all of our leagues, and we provide web banners. And we're also going to be producing a little bit more marketing materials for all of our leagues to just continue to grow. Another great benefit to be a part of our program is that we host regional tournaments throughout the country, and we also host a national championship tournament throughout the country. So those are just a few benefits that we have just for being a part of our NFL flag program. Next slide. NFL flag by the numbers. Out of 1,600 leagues in our system, we had about 1,300 active leagues that placed an equipment order in 2019. Over the past 3 years, data shows that kids in the age group from 6 to 12, participation numbers have increased by 38%. Right now, we have about 500,000 kids participating in NFL flag currently right now. And in the next 5 years, our goal is to have at least 2 million kids playing NFL flag football. Next slide. RCX key objectives for NFL flag. Our main objective right now is to grow overall participation and leagues. We have a primary focus on female growth right now. We had some pretty huge announcements about NAIA that we'll talk a little bit more about later in this presentation. I'm going to talk about scholarship for women eventually that can play college football. Another one of our goals is to get more NFL clubs involved with all of our NFL flag local leagues. There's 32 NFL teams, and we have leagues all over the country. So we definitely want to get our NFL clubs a little bit more involved with all of the leagues in our areas. Another thing we want to do is provide more resources and better marketing materials to all of our leagues so we can continue to help them to grow. Some things we've been working on is field packages to dress up fields, yard signs, updated marketing flyers, working on accessing partner insurance companies, working on getting a partner background check company for all of our leagues. We want to be that one-stop shop for you to just come and get everything you need to run a successful program and meet all of our NFL flag requirements. Another objective that we have is international growth. Like we're going global. We have a lot of leagues that's very familiar with our program that run flag football outside of the country. A few countries that we've been working with right now currently and has active leagues in is Canada. We just started a new league in Japan, and we also just started another NFL flag program in Germany. There's a few more other countries that we're working on too, but that's definitely one of our main initiatives is to grow the NFL flag game globally. Next slide. Pro Bowl recap. So to be a part of our NFL flag program, you have the benefit to participate in any of our regional tournaments. Last year, we hosted 8 NFL flag regional tournaments, and our only requirement to participate in that is to be in a part of an official program. Our 8 regionals we had last year was at New Orleans with the New Orleans Saints, Boston for the New England Patriots, New York Jets regional tournament, Las Vegas Raiders, Houston Texans, Cleveland Browns, Washington Redskins, and the Arizona Cardinals. We had regional tournaments in all of those locations, and we had 4 teams that moved on from each one of those locations. In our age divisions were 9 and 10 co-ed, 11 and 12 co-ed, 13-14 boys, and 13-14 girls. Out of those divisions, we had one winner from all of those divisions that advanced to the NFL Flag Championship Tournament. We had 46 teams in total. We also included international teams and a few at-large teams. We had 1 champion in every age division. Our national championship game aired on ESPN. It was our 13-14 boys game. Our 13-14 boys game championship game plays on the same field of the Pro Bowl players pre-game. So that was just a few things that highlights of our Pro Bowl recap. But we also had one event. It was called Empower Her. Dr. Jen Welter, the first NFL female coach, she led that presentation. We had a great turnout. We see the game is growing for all of our females, and that was just one of the many things that we had for all of our players. Next slide.
Okay, I'll jump back in, Azel here. And we officially took over NFL flag in January. And so this is just a small snapshot in this first 6 months of just some things that we've been able to do. Obviously, Brandon touched on the Pro Bowl experience that we were able to create with the NFL Flag Championships, which we're very excited about and want to continue to enhance that and grow the size of that, starting with the regional tournaments in an effort to get more kids involved. And there's a couple things on here that were adjusted because of COVID. Initially, we were looking at 20 qualifying tournaments. 16 qualifying tournaments this year, but unfortunately we weren't able to do it because of COVID, so we've cut back to 12. But this is just an example of year over year, we want to increase the tournament experience through NFL clubs and through to all leagues, and to have the opportunities for more kids to get that opportunity to be a part of it. We know playing in NFL flag leagues is important, but also that tournament experience that we want to continue to enhance. Another thing on this list that I want to just touch on is the NFL Flag Summit. This is something where we're bringing coaches, NFL flag leagues, if you will, together. This was another one that was impacted by COVID. That bullet next to the last where you see NFL Flag Summit. And we actually still did it. We just did it virtually, very similar to how we're doing here. Very excited in how that turned out. Having well over 200 plus leagues, if not more, on NFL clubs joined us. And that was exciting just to start to announce some of the things that we're doing here and the development to engage and bring the NFL flag community together. And so that's something that we'll continue to do. So it's exciting that we're here so we can kind of announce and say that we're still going to do these summits around the draft, and we all know where the draft is headed. We're coming to Cleveland. So we'll still do virtual events, but to now bring and have our first NFL flag summit or convention, if you will, it's going to take place in Cleveland. We're excited about that around the draft as we continue to move forward. And so stay tuned for more announcements, but it'll give us the opportunity to hopefully meet all of you all in person to be a part of that. And just going back to the top, I know I'm bouncing around a little bit here, but bringing Russell Wilson on board has definitely been exciting to now as part of a bigger initiative for us and having him involved, but to get more active and former players involved. So we see active players continue to play a bigger role in NFL flag and NFL legends, so former players also along with clubs, as it was mentioned earlier as well. And if you hadn't, a place to see updates as we continue to progress and to be a part of, always go to NFLflag.com to hear the latest news. And that's something else we've done in rebranding in terms of the new logo, as you've seen throughout this presentation. But we'll continue to share updates as we continue to move forward as well. And then social media. Make sure, we want to grow and expand the social media network. Follow us. We want to follow you. We want to stay engaged. We want to highlight you and the things that you're doing through NFL Flag Twitter handle, Facebook, Instagram as well, and then also within our website. Next slide, Jay. And then just high level. Again, I just recapped some of the things that we're doing or have done for the first 6 months, but we're just getting started. There's a lot that we want to accomplish. This slide speaks to that and the things that we want to do as we continue to move forward and drive interest for new NFL flag leagues. 1,500 is a lot of leagues. I don't want to take anything away from that, but we feel that it could easily be twice the size. There's a lot of opportunities around the country where we see opportunities to grow flag and to engage and bring this community together. Increase flag quality. We constantly want to bring more to it, as I touched on, enhancing the website, more kids having an opportunity to be a part of tournaments, but other things, safety. We want and will always have and make sure the NFL flag is the highest quality, and that's why we feel that it's going to make the greatest experience. So when it comes to training and certification of leagues and coaches, quality insurance, background checks, if you will, everything that touches the league. So when parents choose to get their kids involved with flag football, they know that they're getting the highest quality when it comes to NFL flag. And female participation. This is something that flag football gives us a greater opportunity. We know there's young women playing tackle, which is phenomenal, but flag gives us that opportunity to grow the game of female participation even more so. The game constantly grows at the high school level. We want to continue to grow it at the younger levels, and then also having that opportunity to open the door to collegiate level, which I'll cover on the next slide. And then global. The global game, that's something Russell Wilson is passionate about and coming on board. One of the big conversations that we're having, but now having that opportunity to take the game internationally, it's going to give us it's going to give us the opportunity to bring this sport and bring the NFL and all the initiatives that have happened between the NFL and clubs to a higher level by bringing more countries in and getting them involved across the globe. Next slide, Jay. And then last but not least, NAIA women's flag. This is something that we're very proud of in bringing a part of NFL flag. I don't think there's anything greater to grow the game of young ladies aspiring to play than to now know that they can play at the collegiate level and earn a scholarship. So through our partnership with the NFL and our longstanding relationship with the NAIA, we were able to come together and make this official. So this is a starting point of hopefully what happens not only at the NAIA level, but the NC2A level and the junior college level as well. And so currently we're sitting at 16 schools, and we're looking to continue to grow that year over year. We have more details, and you can also go to the NAIA to see more information if you haven't seen those websites, and the link is there as well if you want to learn more about this. But as part of this, we've had a lot of engagement with those states that are sanctioned, that are extremely excited about sanctioned at the high school level. Vegas, Nevada comes to mind, in the state of Florida, and there's a few other states as well. But there's a number of states, even Georgia, here where I reside. They're excited because now these women know that they can not only play at the high school level of flag football, but now this door has been opened, and thanks to the NFL and NAIA for doing so and giving these young women the opportunity to play at the high school level. So we see this growing. We're honored to be a part of this and to watch this grow. So I encourage you to follow it. I encourage you to continue to get young women into the game. And thanks to the Browns and all that they've done around young women and giving them the opportunity to participate in this game as well. So, I mean, we see it as something that, they deserve the opportunity the same way as young men that play this game also. So that being said, I'll turn it over to Dane to go into a little bit more detail about RCX football properties in general. Dane?
Yeah, thanks, Izell. So, Jade, you can hit the next slide. I just want to continue on the theme of NFL flag to start out, and it's definitely a topic that has listening to Brandon and Izell that we've talked about is enhancing NFL flag, and I want to dive into that because that's a huge focus for us and team is just to make it a better experience for everyone that attends an NFL flag event. As we know, it's all about winning, trying to get to the next level. But, we want to think about those athletes and teams that, just want to interact with the NFL club and interact with the personnel. And, our focus is, thinking about what those families and what those athletes talk about on the ride home. And, we can look at the timeline here, but Izell hit on it a little bit, is this is a year timeline, okay, the calendar year, but I really look at our event, I guess, season or timeline really starting in April. And Izell hit on it with the NFL Flag Summit that is going to be in 2021 in Cleveland in conjunction with the NFL Draft. And we're excited to, kick this thing off. We wanted to do it this year, but obviously couldn't follow through with it. And had to move it to a virtual level. But, we're going to bring in keynote speakers. We're going to have breakout sessions, and it's really a chance for everyone just to come in, learn from each other, and grow the sport of NFL flag. Moving on from that, also with the NFL draft, and I'm looking forward, and looking forward to working with Daryl, and we've been having great conversations so far. But we also will kick off our tournament season during that NFL draft weekend. So wherever the NFL draft will be from now until the future, that's going to be our first NFL flag tournament. And, that tournament itself, as I mentioned, enhancing the experience, and we're going to do that through multiple, national sponsors who are going to have on-site activations. As I mentioned, partnerships with the NFL club, with Daryl and team. There at the Cleveland Browns, looking at, those guys building out their brand. And then also extending the schedule of NFL flag. All right, so we've, as we saw on the previous slide, we've increased the tournament size for 2020, even with the whole pandemic against us. We're increasing from 8 regionals. Now this fall, we're going to be running 12. And then 2021, we're going to be looking to increase that to 16. All right, so again, doing that through the regional NFL flag regional tournaments that we operate. All right, starting in April, going through the summer, and then finishing out in the fall with obviously the champions having a invite to go to the national championship at the Pro Bowl. But also we are looking to sanction, all right, partnering with other tournaments that are out there and have a sanctioned tournament model. And, you know, we look at that as just increasing the ability for teams that might not be in an NFL club market, and these sanctioned tournaments are more in their area, and it allows us to, you know, extend the experience to those athletes and those tournament operators that run those big tournaments. And we come in, partner with them, allow the winners of those sanctioned tournaments to also, you know, play at the national championship. So I could go on for a long time. I know we got time constraint here, but you know, again, look forward to working with all that is NFL flag and enhancing experience first through the tournaments and other events that we're going to have coming up here in 2021. Jay, do you want to go on the next slide? NAIA Showcase is another big property that we're licensed to operate on the football side and other sports beyond that. NAIA has through our partnership or through our relationship with them has looked at us to operate 9 of their sport showcases, all right, to date, but they do have 25 championship sports that they do have under the NAIA organization. So we are looking to grow and grow quickly. But we're going to operate these showcases solely for athletes to have a chance to, you know, get that scholarship, have that college tuition paid for while they enjoy playing a sport that they have a passion for. So, you know, and also take a step back. Also, you know, running the showcases is one thing, but I think as a team, you know, speaking always with Izell and the passion we have, you know, we really want to enhance just the awareness, increase the awareness of NAIA. A lot of families out there, we all on this, being coaches, we all know NAIA exists, but a lot of families don't. And it's very remarkable on how many don't even know that this is an organization that gives scholarship money on academic and athletic level for their athlete to go beyond. And it's just not, you know, go beyond and play their sport. And it's just not, you know, NCAA and, you know, do you get it or not? So these showcases, again, average is 100 to 150 athletes. You can see all 9 that we are going to be operating, including the women's flag football, we're really excited about. And, you know, in 2021, try and spread it all over the country. Again, going you know, 2025 events through all those sports. And again, just allowing kids to get out there and show what they have. Now, with the run of show, if you guys can think of, obviously, showcase, you know, think of what is the definition of showcase. This is a chance for them to showcase what they have, not necessarily learn, even though we will have NAIA coaches working with the athletes one-on-one, so the athletes will have a chance to get that college coaching. But this is for the athlete to show what they got in front of the college coaches. Coaches can evaluate one-on-one or you know, face-to-face. And we also want to take that step further is videoing these and providing the video of the showcase of each athlete cut up and have their own highlight reel to, you know, schools that might have not had a chance to attend. But we'll have an average roughly around 10, you know, to 15 coaches in attendance at each showcase, depending on the sport. And at the end, this is what I really like, is there's a meet and greet. Think about speed dating, right? Each coach will introduce themselves, introduce the university, and, you know, have a chance to just dive in and really meet the athlete on a personal level. And I've seen in the past, you know, there's offers right there, face-to-face verbal offers from the coach to the athlete. So it's a really, really cool experience for those athletes that attend. Jay, do you want to go to the next slide? And I'll just finish out here with the last football property that we do operate. This is really close to my heart because I feel like I've been very hands-on with this and building it to where it is. But it's the Rivals Camp Series, and if we have any high school football coaches on the webinar here, you guys are probably familiar with the Rivals Camp Series. We come to Columbus, Ohio every year. Last year we were in Cincinnati, Ohio. And also, we do go to another close city would be New Jersey. But we visit 14 different cities with a combine, a Rivals Combine series. And then 12 of those series or cities will also have a camp series. So diving into the Rivals Combine series, it's the largest combine series in the country. And I'm proud, and I know the team is proud to say that we're able to do this through the partnerships, through the relationships we have with organizations to offer this event for free to the participants, which you do not see a lot, very seldom, if any, across the country. So we have the day is a long day. Athletes come in. We test about an average of 1,500 athletes at each city. So you can imagine how long an 8-hour day can be for the volunteers and staff. But it's a party. It's fun. Each day 4,000 people come out and have music playing and have sponsors doing the different activations, handing out different goodies. And, again, making it fun for everyone, whether it be participating or just spectating. And then showing you guys not this past year, again, because we had to stop short, but in 2019, we did verify 20,000 athletes around the country for college coaches to look at, get those verified combine scores, and know that it is a true score for that athlete to start that recruiting process. Now, the elite athletes that are at that combine do have a chance, and they will get invited to the camp series. But working with Rivals and the Rivals analysts around the country, they will invite athletes to the Rivals camp series. Again, we select 12 out of the 14 that the whole series is a part of, and we host these camps. Roughly between 180 to 200 athletes will be invited. And, they come out, and this is where the football's out. We bring the step over bags, and we really see what athletes got in a talent level as it pertains to competing against athletes. Their level, all right? 4 stars versus 4, 5 versus 5, and so forth. A lot of the athletes are 3-star and above. So, that kind of gives you an idea of the elite level that they come out and that they showcase. And a lot of athletes, again, as you guys can see the stat, have a D1 offer already. Now with camp series, we do video the drills, we do video the one-on-ones, and we provide those to college coaches out there through a sister company that we have, Z-Crew. And the best of the best come and they're searching for the video that we have. I mean, we got your national champions for the last couple of years are getting the video from us. And I believe we had 25 plus colleges, physically ask us for the video, let alone us sending it out to other individuals that are out there. So again, it's a fun event. It's a well-known event, as you guys can see. The social stats and the promotion emails that we have below. Great event for sponsors to come out that enjoy seeing these athletes, and the athletes enjoy working with the sponsors. So again, I could go on for days with that, but I know we are a little bit over the time limit. So I think that's all for the slides, Jade. And if anyone has any questions, I think Daryl is going to open things up and fire away.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Dane, Jade, Zell, and Brandon. Really appreciate you again taking time out of your schedules to introduce and reintroduce NFL flag, especially to the Northeast Ohio market. So really appreciate you guys. We had a couple questions that came through that we go over now. So being that we're in COVID-19, is NFL flag safe to play right now? That was the first question.
I'll take that. Azell here. Good question. Great question. I think looking at it from state to state, obviously all sports, and youth sports in particular here, have taken a pause. If you're not familiar, we also are part of the return to play forum. So we have return to play guidelines that we've set forth. Daryl, if we haven't shared it with you, be happy to do so. So you can share with the collective team or people on this call. So in terms of return to play, guys, it's something that we all have to be cautious with. There are some leagues that's starting to formulate play. Nobody started officially yet, but I do see some leagues getting ready to start as soon as potentially next month. And I think, as with anything, we're starting to see the world open back up a little bit. And we're also talking about youth and children here. So I would say tread with extreme caution here. And definitely, take those guidelines. Again, they're guidelines and recommendations, if you will. If you go above and beyond that, great. But, we took a lot of time into it, and we work with several organizations, including the CDC, in trying to put these guidelines together to come away with best in class. We even work with organizations from other youth sports and even Pop Warner, but just collectively trying to work together to put the best guidelines in place as people start to return back to sport.
Absolutely. Yes, and we do have the return to play guidelines that you share with us, and we'll make sure everyone receives this PowerPoint presentation, the video, as well as the return to play once we send that out. This question, I'm pretty happy with this one as well. How can we bring girls flag to Northeast Ohio?
Well, Daryl, we got to figure that one out together, right? So, but I would say just reach out to us. I mean, we call it Females in Flag Initiative. So we're trying to do everything that we can for leagues, for even high school coaches in states that want to sanction. So this is definitely a work in progress, but for one is a high priority, as you can see through the presentation. So by all means, reach out to us. And again, doesn't matter if you're a high school coach, Pee Wee coach, an NFL flag league, existing. We want to share best practices. And obviously, we've done some presentations on that. There's other leagues that we can put you in contact with that have grown female participation in other cities and other states. Have done a phenomenal job in doing so. So we have a blueprint. This is something you want to start if you hadn't done so already. But I would say also share with us on social media. Get to know us. I mean, we're constantly enhancing, and you'll see that of highlighting women in the game, young ladies in the game, girls in the game, to be able to promote it. They know what they see. So it's very important that that is highlighted to motivate these young women to play. Something else that we're working on is a team of ambassadors that are all females that fell in love with the game, that are part of it, from Jen Welter to other young ladies that are part of the game. We're putting together an ambassador committee, and we want them to be the voices to share and motivate these young women to play the game and to have forums around it in an effort to ensuring that they're as big a part of this game as the young men that play it as well. So.
Awesome. Love to hear it. We'll definitely be reaching out because that's definitely something that this market is thirsting for. So really appreciate you guys for taking a lead on that one. We had a couple more questions come through. When will the 2021 regional or 2020 regional locations be announced?
Dan, you want to take that one?
Yeah, we're excited. We are tasked to get this announcement out as early as possible so leagues can plan for it. And we're going to announce the tournament schedule July 1st with the goal to open up registration August 1st. Okay, and we're proud to say that Daryl and team, just a little insight, Cleveland is on that 2020 schedule, and they've been great partners with NFL Flag year in and year out. So we're going to continue moving that forward and building out that model.
Awesome. Thank you, Dane. And then one last question was, will the championship be held at the Pro Bowl again in 2021?
Dan, you want to take that?
Yes. We are going to continue playing the championship at the Pro Bowl, and supporting those championship teams that make it to the Pro Bowl while they get down there, and really again building that experience out. Awesome. Well, do any of you guys have any parting words or last thing to say to these coaches that tune in today?
I'll just add and just say coaches will appreciate what you do. I mean, I know I said that early on, but I don't think Daryl, you, myself, Brandon, Dane, I mean, all of us on this call just want to say thank you for what you do. And I think it's even more important now in these challenging times that we deal with. I know you all are steadily staying engaged with the youth that you touch, and I think that's motivating. I know these kids are discouraged; they want to get back to sport, but again, we just want to say thank you to you. I mean, because there is no youth sport without youth coaches and youth volunteers. And we all had the opportunity to play this game because of it. So just keep up the great work that you're doing, and just know that we're here for you. We talk a lot about the youth. We talk a lot about leagues, but coaches, you're our clients. We work for you. And so if there's anything that we can ever do to best support you, we're here for you. We stand behind you. We stand with you. Here's to football. Here's to opening things back up, and as we start again to move forward.
Awesome. Well, thank you for very, very much again for taking time out of your schedule to speak with us about the NFL flag. Should they have any questions, I'll make sure I transfer that over to you so that you can assist, as well as reach out to you on social media and NFLflag.com for any additional questions. So we'll make sure we share this PowerPoint presentation. And thank you all for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. All right, talk to you soon.